Hello and welcome back to Bannerlord. Now, I have installed a couple of extra mods. These are basically just things that will improve our quality of life, pretty much. Anyway, as you can see right here, I do have a couple of traits to take. And considering I'm always moving, basically, I'm going to just walk it off. I think that's going to be very, very important for us. And 20%, actually 30% more production from farms. I think I'm going to take that because I'm never going to be a vassal as far as I can tell at this point. And then what else do we have here? For every completed project, increase notable relations with the owner by 1. I still don't know which one is best in that regard, but I'm going to just take whatever I think at this point. Now, you can see this little number up here. We've got 19. Now, one of the mods that I've installed basically allows me to speak to any of my parties, well, remotely. And I personally feel like that is absolutely amazing. It is so, so cool to be able to do that. I personally feel like it should be in the game by default, but it's not. So, yeah, anyway. Does this guy has a one-handed, right? He's using a one-handed and a shield. I think he is. Let me actually just go over to my inventory here real quick because I would like to see whether that is indeed the... Oh, actually, I have no idea whether I can even tell that. Yeah, I can't even tell whether he has a one-handed or not. I think he does because he has leveled up his one-handed quite significantly. So I'm actually just going to spec into one-handed for him right here. And we're going to be speccing a little bit more into cunning for him as well because he is actually doing quite a few raids. We got Greveth here as well. Let's give him another point in one-handed. And he also has some tactics skill that he's leveled up too, so I'm pretty happy to go with that. Then we have Ragnar the Lucky, who has leveled up as well. So let's go for some more taxes and 30% more production from farms. I know that seems a bit weird to go for, but that's what we're going for. And I'm going to go for some additional endurance as well so that he can level up his athletics just that little bit quicker. And then, of course, we have Mike here, who is, by all intents and purposes, not exactly great at pretty much anything. So I'm going to give him some more riding skills so that he can actually advance that. Does he have anything? Yeah, he has a massive amount of stuff here as well that we can take. So we probably go for Walk It Off as well. More tax from villages. More production from farms, tactics. We're just going to go for, cavalry doing better things in general. And then we have Arenikos here, who's also using a one-handed and a spear. And we're going to go for long strides, halves the weight effect of shields on movement speed in combat in comparison to 10% more damage if a one-handed mace-type weapon is equipped. He does not have a one-handed mace, so that basically makes no sense for us to take that. Anyway, there you go. That's it. And yeah, we do need to go for another point in endurance as well. And this is exactly what I mean. I have the Manage Remote Companions mod installed. And I gotta say, it is fantastic. It's like night and day, being able to switch between these two things. And literally having so many options pretty much is kind of fantastic. We're going to level this guy up in vigor and one-handed. His tactics is also leveled up, and that's pretty much it. Yep, that is it. All right, pretty happy with this. We have 311. Bear in mind that this is basically where we left off from the previous episode, but I just wanted to show you all of the wonderful management aspects that we now have open to us without having to disband a party and take them back into our party and then be like, oh, okay, so what do I do now? You know, it's kind of annoying. So yeah, it's very, very nice to be able to do that. And look at this. Look at what he's doing. He's actually attempting to besiege this by himself. I gotta say, I think he is an absolute beast to do this. We're gonna go in and actually help him. If I can, join the continuing siege. There you go. Look at him. He actually had started building the siege camp and everything. I just can't believe that. That's so incredible. Really is. Bear in mind that we are most likely just going to auto-resolve this. Actually, oh yeah, we've got to help him. We got to help him. Right. That... Yes. Yeah, oh, there we go. Okay. Now we can do an auto-resolve. I did not really want to go in there manually because we've done this particular siege so many times. It just doesn't really make that much sense, in my opinion. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to be changing my my setup, my equipment setup, because a number of people have been suggesting some things to me, and for the most part, I personally feel like using a two-handed sword is really, really fun. I'm going to be keeping that. The polearm, on the other hand, that's also going to be staying. However, what I would like to choose is maybe some kind of one-handed axe instead of the one-handed sword. Because if we choose a one-handed axe, let's see if there's anything better here for me. Yeah, this one is apparently the best that I can currently get, which I gotta say is absolutely pitiful. I'm gonna need to do a little bit better than that if we're going to be killing anything with it, but it will have to do for now. That's all I can say. It will have to do for now. Let's set the maximum amount of troops to 200 so that this can actually be somewhat defended quite well. Let's go to tier 4 as well for our troop training. And let's just wait here for some time. I believe every other place that we have so far taken is actually pretty secure, so we shouldn't have to worry about it too much. Now, Turiados, what are you going to offer me, sir? Oh, yes. Well, he's going to offer us a little bit. I was hopeful for a little bit more than that, to be honest, considering Turiados is actually one of the stronger vassals that the Southern Empire has. Now, bear in mind that I have actually installed another mod. I've installed 2 mods total since the last time, and the other mod has to do with the charm skill. If you've seen my other episodes, other series, then you'll probably know what I'm talking about already. But this is, in my opinion, probably one of the most important, quote-unquote, fixes that you're going to see from a mod. Probably one of the most important, probably top 10 most important, maybe even top 5. But yeah, anyway, the point is that what it does is it just makes your charm skill a little bit more effective in persuading vassals to join you. And personally, I feel like that is absolutely required. I think if you don't have the ability to do that, if you don't have the ability to persuade people easily enough, then it's going to be very difficult. Now, bear in mind that if you have a low charm skill, then of course that's not going to make any difference to you. But if you have a charm skill like I do, where I have 150 or 200 or 250, dependent on who you're fighting and everything, then it's pretty amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and trap these guys against themselves. Okay, apparently not. Are you serious right now? I literally cannot believe this. Yeah, swordsman guy. Come on now, swordsman guy. Yes. Okay, fantastic. Get him. There we go. All right, so we're going to converse with him for the moment because I have charm skill and I would like to be able to make the most of it. So I'm actually going to... Oh, are you serious? He's actually his son. That is hilarious that this guy is Unkid's son. Okay, I guess I will be attacking him then. And we'll just do an auto-resolve because there are other people in the area that deserve my attention much more than this fellow, that's for sure. Because let's face it, this guy literally had 23 units. It makes no sense for me to fight him manually. Anyway, we'll just take everything that we can. And I'm hopeful that we will be able to speak to some other people, because here's the thing. If you can persuade enemy vassals to join you while you are at war with them, they will bring their fiefs to you. Oh yes, they will bring their fiefs over to your faction. And I am extremely, extremely intrigued about that. Oh, hello. Wait a minute. I was actually going to besiege the town, but it seems like a caravan has been attacked or has attacked this guy. And I'm actually going to let the caravan be destroyed for the moment. I don't really want to do that personally because I feel like that's kind of sad. But I'm going to have to do it just literally for the ability to speak to this guy right afterwards, as you can see. And now let's speak to him and see whether we can... You should discuss this with my kinsman. Oh, yeah, that really grinds my gears, That really grinds my gears when they say that. You have to speak to... Sometimes you have to speak to the leader of the clan, and that's the only way that the clan will actually join your faction. So yeah, I was really not hoping for that, to be honest, but oh well, never mind. It's easy enough. So hopefully that's not going to get taken now, because I don't even know how many units we have in there at the moment, which is kind of unfortunate. Okay, so let's see what's actually going on here. What could you offer me? Ah, okay, so 20,000. Sure, okay. Why not? I mean, that gets me charm skill, and charm skill is actually very important as we go forward here. Considering, as I said, if we can persuade these vassals to join us, we will be in an utterly wonderful situation. As you can see, Iakis has actually been besieged again. It seems like I am consistently in this kind of spiral of taking something, and then that something being taken back, and so on and so forth. So what I am actually going to do is, now that I have taken this, I have 3.6 million. Kind of makes sense, right? Kind of makes sense for me to go in here, and I'm going to start the recruitment, obviously. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this at 300 maximum, because there's a good reason for that. I'm going to go into the garrison myself, and I will just place a huge amount of these shield bearers in there. A lot of the archers as well. And that's basically it. I'm just going to place those guys in there. Maybe we'll put some cavalry in there as well. But I have so much money, it just really makes a great deal of sense to do it like that. And then what we're going to do is go over to the hideout. Honoratus actually wants to speak to us apparently as well. He only has that much. You know, I'm going to just take all of his money and he can just go. I've forgiven him. I've forgiven him now for hunting down Ragnar. But yeah, anyway, let's just get some people here. Okay, a whole bunch. And we want to get some of these guys too. There we are. And then I am ready to go. Oh, yes. Okay, so I only have 9 days worth of food remaining. And I'm just hopeful that I will be able to... Oh, look at this. Oh, did he actually... Oh, he's actually... Look at that. He's actually doing it. He's actually doing it. I can't believe it. He's actually defending against them. What an insane party this guy is leading right now. I have to reward him for his steadfastness and his bravery. I have to reward him for that. So I will be taking all of his Aserai units, or most of them, and then we will be giving him... Well, let's just give him a whole bunch of these. Why not? Let's give him a whole bunch of those. Let's give him some shield bearers too. And there you go. Okay. Let's keep him powered up. Keep him powered up like no one's business, pretty much. Now, this shouldn't get taken now. Kisira should not get taken because we have kitted it out in some pretty good units. Or at least I hope that will be the case. If it does get taken, then that's my bad. But I'm hopeful that it won't at this point. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to place a load of shield bearers in there. A load of these guys in there as well. And we're just going to try and prevent it from being taken again. That's something that someone actually mentioned in the comments that I should probably do, and that's a perfectly good point. That is actually an extremely good point, and I was a bit of an idiot for not doing that beforehand, personally, because I have so much money. It makes sense for me to, you know, reinforce the garrison with some of my own units that I can quite easily replenish whenever I want. So, yeah, a bit of an idiot on my part, but thankfully we kind of got ourselves back into it, at least a little bit. So I'm just going to take a whole bunch of these, and then we will be taking more of these as well. I'm not going to take as many archers, because I'm thinking that sieges are what we're generally going to be doing, and I don't think the archers are going to be super good at that. I mean, they're pretty good, you know. They're actually pretty good at what they do. But otherwise, let's just buy some food. Let's buy a whole bunch of food right there, and we will also want to sell some stuff too. Ooh, oh, a new axe. There we go. We got a battle axe now. That's pretty nice. And we'll sell all of our shields too. Look at that, 32,000. Very nice indeed, even though 32,000 is basically pocket change, isn't it? It's absolutely pocket change to us at the moment. Okay, so what I would like to do is I would like to persuade people to join me. So I'm going to try and see if I can find some vassals that I will be able to speak to, because let's face it, things are not going as smoothly in regards to me finding them. Ah, hello. There is actually someone here. Come back, Talas. Come back. I'm actually running faster than he is by 0.1. Alright, so we finally caught up to him. Now, bear in mind that what I'm also going to be doing is I will be looking for a wife. And bear in mind that a couple of people have given me some suggestions, and they're all great. They're all great. So I don't know who to pick, to be honest. I'm thinking we might try. I mean, that's the thing. I think she hates us. I think she hates us pretty hard. But I was hoping to go for Regea, perhaps. I don't know whether she is actually already married, but as you can see, her relation with us is awful. So I won't be able to. I won't be able to do anything with her. Unfortunately, it would have been awesome if I could have pulled it off, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So I'm going to have to find someone else that is nearby. So what about Azarai? Do they have any people that I might be able to marry here? I actually don't know. There's someone here. And Arwa. Arwa is actually a vassal of theirs. Is she married, though? That's the point. Ooh, this is actually perfect. Look at this. She has the reputation of being the type who takes every advantage. And look at her stats. Her stats are pretty insane as well. So she would be a perfect wife for us if she is... Oh, she's not married. She is not married. So if we can find her, then we're going to be in a really, really good situation. Does she hate us, though? Is her relation bad with us? No, her relation is 0 at the moment. So I'm pretty happy with that. All right, so hello there. I'm going to see if I can speak to you. And... oh yeah, here we go. Alright, so bear in mind that my mod does make persuading just that little bit easier. But as you can see, it's still going to be 53%, even with a charm skill of 150 or 160 or whatever I have at the moment. Let's try this. Oh, there we go. Okay, 89% chance. Bear in mind that every single time we succeed, we are one step closer to gaining a vassal. And that's exactly what we want to have. Alright, so 82% chance. Let's try it. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. Okay. Yeah, there you go. So I will not be able to persuade him any further. And as a result, I will have to fight him. Which I am... I'm actually kind of disappointed. I'm actually kind of disappointed by that. But yeah, that's just how it goes, you know? That's just how it goes. Oh well, never mind. Yeah. I guess... maybe we could do a little bit better if we find Awa, then I would be overjoyed to be able to try and marry her if at all possible. So she was at Hubyar 2 days ago, which I assume is... oh, it's all the way over there. That's actually really far. This guy made me run like halfway across Azarai territory. What a scoundrel he is. What about this guy? Is he running faster than I am? He's no doubt running faster than I am. Oh no, he's actually running at 5.0 even. We're running at 5.1, so I should be able to catch up to him, especially now that he's gone into the castle. Okay, so do you want the good news or the bad news? I've come back to Hubyar in search of Arwa, and I guess I'll give you the good news first. I know where Arwa is. Yeah. I think you can guess what the bad news is. The bad news is that she's in the dungeon here. Yes, she's in the dungeon here, and she actually has a reduced relation with us as a result of me having her taken prisoner. So, yeah, I did not do anything about that. I actually did not realize that, you know, it would be a good idea to even have the opportunity to take a wife at this point. But what I'm going to do is that every single person that is a part of her clan, so Banu Saran, I am going to be extremely nice to. I'm going to try and be extremely nice to them, try and gain some relation as a result as well, and we'll see what happens. It doesn't help that I literally just took a castle from them, I think, and that's the reason why I have minus 15 with them now, rather than anything else. Oh, hello. Apparently Eragai's having some problems with his army. What's actually going on, sir? Why are you having a problem? It seems like he has been attacked pretty significantly. Okay, well, take a bunch of these then. Yeah, there you go. That's seemingly pretty good. Why not? And yeah, I'm going to just go to the hideout here and replenish ourselves. It's annoying to click on these things for some reason. For some reason, the developers have added these non-clickable areas, and I understand why they've done that, because obviously you can't travel there, but it's very frustrating when the camera resets its position. Just a very small little pet peeve of mine, I suppose, in the new game, because in the old game, in Warband, if you clicked on something, as far as I'm aware, as long as you could go there, that's when the camera reset its position. But if you couldn't go there, then the camera wouldn't move. I think that's how it went, at least. It's been a while since I've played, obviously. But otherwise, yeah, we're going to be heading on into Aserai territory. And I think what I'm going to do is I might try to make peace. I just took this castle, by the way. It already has 74 defenders. I did not place any of my own units in there. I just let the garrison auto-fill itself. And I guess what I'll try and do is take Sanala here. And I got to be a bit careful as well, because I actually don't know whether there are any people nearby. I mean, I don't know where any of the people are from the Aserai. They don't seem to be putting up any fight whatsoever, which is actually kind of weird to me. I would not have expected them to do something like this, but okay. You know, if they don't want to, then they don't want to. Or I have taken all of them prisoner. It might very well be that that is the case. So, again, what I'm going to be doing is literally just auto-resolve, 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 until we get to a point where we can just go in and we will be able to build things very, very quickly and, you know, that kind of thing. Even if I end up losing 50 or so units here, that's not even a particularly big deal. But look at how much renown we're getting. It's so incredible. The Bandit Lord mod really is extremely enjoyable, very, very fun to play. I'd highly recommend, by the way, if you haven't downloaded it, you should probably give it a go. I think it would be definitely right up your street if you like using non-faction units and using units that are quite different in the way that they play and everything. So anyway, let's go and get some more troops here, and let's have a look at the marketplace. There might actually be something for us here. No upgrades whatsoever. Okay, I'm actually kind of surprised about that. Thought we might get something cool. Oh, hello there. An Executioner's Axe. I remember using one of these with Barney, and this was super fun to use. As you can see, it does so much damage. You know what? I'm actually going to try using this a little bit. I think that might be quite fun, just to try it out. And we're going to just sell all my shields and everything. They have 81,000 here, so I should be able to clean them out. Yep, there you go. Cleaned them out straight up. And there you go. Okay, so I need to find a hideout, or I need my units to replenish themselves. Either one. I need them to be relatively quick about it. Ooh, Belgier. Hello. Okay, so Belgier is actually attacking Akbar Castle at the moment, which is not exactly... That's not exactly good for me, because that means the Vlandians are encroaching down here, and I'm not a big fan of that. Let me actually see if I can persuade him to join us. Ooh, critical success. Very nice indeed. Okay, if I can get Belgier to do this, their army is going to disband, and I might then very well be able to persuade a couple of other vassals to join me as well. Oh, we've got one more chance. Boom. We did it. There we go. Our very first vassal. Can you believe it? Okay, there you go. Now, he's going to need some reassurances. Wow, he really needs 1 million? Are you serious? Can I not give him any fiefs? I can't give him any fiefs? Are you serious? Okay. What if I transfer some people to him? Nope, he doesn't care about that. Okay, so apparently he wants huge amounts of money. I guess 1 million. This is probably the most expensive vassal I've ever seen. But we are gaining a huge amount of charm skill, which I suppose is kind of useful in itself. And it's kind of annoying, you know? It's kind of annoying to me, because if I had been able to persuade him to join us while we were at war with the Vlandians, then he actually would have brought all of these things over to us. All of these fiefs, and that's exactly the reason why I've actually been attempting to find some Aserai vassals. But it seems like, for some reason, they're nowhere to be seen. So you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to go to the diplomacy screen, and I'm actually going to... Can I not propose peace? Why can't I propose peace here? I don't know why I can't do that. That is actually kind of unfortunate. There are a lot of other places, a lot of other factions that are extremely strong still. Vlandir is actually the strongest. You know what I'm actually going to do then? I'm going to... I think Ospir is the leader of his own clan, so I'm going to speak to him as well. And I'm going to see whether he will join us. There we go. Okay, critical success. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's what we like. Meaningful favors activating all the time is really making a huge difference here. Let's see if I can get another one. Nice. Okay, here we go. Okay, last one. Ooh, okay, one more. One more try. One more try. Okay, we've got a 90% chance. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we were able to get him as well. Hopefully he's just going to join us. Yeah, it seems like he has just joined us. Bear in mind that them joining us is also getting every single other member of their clan as well to join us, which I got to say is amazing. I think that's very, very cool to do. And there you go. So we now have a couple of people. And I'm not... Now, here's the thing. I'm not entirely sure if I will be giving any of them any fiefs, at least at the moment. Because if I give them a fief, and I then, I don't know, let's say I give them... Actually, let's just rephrase that. Let's say I give them 3 fiefs. And they're pretty significant fiefs. So let's say I give them 1 town and 2 castles to look after. And then what's going to happen is, what if he leaves? What if he leaves while we're at war against someone? And then what? Then he's going to take his fiefs with him over to the opponent. And that's the main problem I'm having at the moment with vassals. Sometimes they are just able to leave extremely easily, and they really have no, shall we say, no, what is it? What is the word I'm looking for right now? No penalty. That's it. No penalty for leaving. By the way, I'm going to propose this law because it is just fantastic. It's going to give me 89 extra influence. It is just an absolutely insane policy, and definitely something that I think everyone should probably take as soon as they have a town or something. It really makes a huge difference, and I had no idea that it was actually going to make so much of a difference, but it is pretty crazy. Let's see, what else do we want to go for here? No, I'm pretty happy with everything else. But yeah, those guys are going to continue running around. We've obviously got our parties running around too, which is really nice. This castle only has 129. Now, bear in mind, it probably only has 129 because the Vlandians were attacking it. So I'm going to take advantage of the situation here and just swoop in and take it without too many difficulties. There's Lucand over there. And that's the point. I don't know how to tell, if there is a way to tell, whether a vassal is more inclined to switch factions. And here's the thing. I've done a little bit of persuading in the Pelosaur series. And, well, I haven't seen anyone leave us yet. So I think I've seen maybe one person leave. And I've persuaded quite a few in my time with Pelosaur. So I'm not entirely sure what determines whether they leave or not. Ah, Valashin. Okay, where is Valashin? Primesos. Primesos, that is super far away, is it not? I'm sure that's going to be extremely far away. I wanted to try and get... Yeah, that's in Vlandian territory, I think. Yep, that is so far away. Okay, don't even bother. I'm not even going to bother going over there. That is just way too far, in my opinion. Anyway, I'm actually kind of surprised that the Azurai have not come to me and have basically said, hey, you know, what's going on here, kind of thing. And as you can see, this castle has been besieged by the party led by Bruce of Lawless Legion. That's actually not me, but it is a party of mine, and I'm actually not sure who it is. It's Eragai. Eragai is actually doing that. We can actually create a new party as well. I think Mike or Wusser would be kind of good here. I think Mike. Why not? Let's have Mike be a party again. And where is he actually? He's at Razi, I believe, and that's unfortunate because I think it would have been nice if he had spawned right next to me or something like that, so I could give him some units. But I hope that he won't get himself taken prisoner in the meantime. That would be kind of bad. But anyway, Oros, isn't Oros part of Regea's clan? I think maybe. Oh well, we're going to go for Arwa if we can. Oh, there we go. Critical kingdom decision. Okay, I need to resolve the owner. Okay, so let's have a look. Who is everyone wanting at the moment? I could give it to Belgier or I could give it to Austria. I think Austria is probably going to... Wow, people are actually recommending me? Are you serious? Why? Why would you recommend me, guys? I have no idea. Oh well, never mind. I'm going to give this to Austria. And we will give the next thing to Belgier, but I have no idea how to tell, as I've said, who's good and who's bad. You know what I mean? Because usually there is a certain archetype of personality in vassals that will determine whether they are cunning or pitiless, or, you know, whether they're faction hoppers. And faction hopper is a term that I don't think I came up with it, but I generally use the term to basically be like, okay, hey, this guy is just, you know, hopping to faction to faction to faction to faction, and we don't really want that to happen. So usually I would not take these guys as vassals, because they're just going to take a fief and then they're going to hop with it, and that's it. And it's just not going to go very well. So that's definitely something that we've got to be a bit careful of. Now, I am just auto-resolving this literally purely for the fact that I have literally no food, and that's the only reason. If I had some food remaining, then I would have gone in here manually, but I just wanted to be really, really fast with it, because I am a bit worried about, not armies any further, but I am worried about being, well, starving and, you know, making things very difficult for our units. So I'm just going to try and buy as much as I can here. This is going to fix our problem, that's for sure. And let's sell all of my armor too. There we go. And I should actually take a look at the weapons as well. Is there anything... Ah, there is actually some armor that could be upgraded for me. Very nice. Anyone else need some upgrades? Arenikos? Ragnar, you could definitely use an upgrade. Greveth can definitely use an upgrade. Wow, he's just running around with absolute trash on. My apologies, sir. And we should probably give him a polearm as well. Let's give him a good polearm. There we go. All right, good for me. Not too bad. And now we've taken Askar as well. And as you can see, we've expanded the bandit faction Lawless Legion by a pretty significant amount. And I think that's actually going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.